Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good day, good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Crypto on the Piper Academy channel. I am David. Next to me is BC4 Corp. Mr. BC4 Corp, how are you doing this morning, sir?
I'm doing pretty well. I woke up and moved some money over so I can click buy on some spots because I'm starting to see some interest at some levels.
You gearing up for some buys?
Most definitely.
I wonder why you might be doing that.
Well,
Does it have
I'm sure
anything to
you'll-
do with this 69,370 Bitcoin?
A little bit, but also I've just had a downside target that I've been looking at. Not as low as your month overview that you've had up for the people, but
A month today.
definitely close. Yeah.
My forecast was a month today, so we'll look at that, see how that's going. And well, yeah, we're gonna get into the story about the United States Marshals being
Yes.
cleared to sell some confiscated Bitcoin from Silk Road.
Yes, from Silk Road. $4.4 billion worth. It's just
Ew.
free money for them. So
Free money. It's just free money. I wonder if they're gonna be like, hey, it's gonna go higher.
I mean, I don't think they really care because it's
It's
free money.
$4.4 billion.
Yeah,
worth of
yeah,
Bitcoin.
it's like that meme goes, it's free real estate.
My question is, and I'm sure maybe the article will get into it, but my question is, is it personal sales? Like, what is it? Is it for the U.S. government? Like,
So it's the U.S. Marshals, and I'm sure they'll get to keep some of the money, but I'm sure the Fed itself, the federal government, not like the Fed that sets all the
Federal
monetary
Reserve.
policy. Yeah, not those dudes.
nah, the
but-
feds.
Yeah, the Fed boys. I'm sure they'll decide that how much is allocated to the marshals since they seized some of it, and then how much will be distributed around the federal government. Because the federal government is only running at a $1.8 trillion deficit this year, and we've still got a whole quarter to go. So
That's what's up. High five.
yeah.
High five. The other way.
Other way?
Bah!
Well,
All right.
Streamlabs has me on the other side of you.
Oh, that's
so,
weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's really weird. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get into that. But first, let's go ahead and get over to the dual cam and get you guys prepped for success. We're gonna go over the heat map BC. Let's go.
All right. Well, I've got the stock heat map pulled up, and it's looking absolutely beautiful. A sea of red besides
Nvidia.
a few outliers. there's Nvidia and Eli Lilly. So yeah, everyone else is just we've got we've got Apple down 2.25%. Got Nvidia the opposite, up 2.24%. We've got Berkshire Hathaway down 1.83. We've got Amazon down 3.06%. Walmart is trailing just a little bit at 2.27% down. We've got Visa down 1.49%. We've got P&G down a percentage. We've got the utilities getting hit extremely hard after their nice little week up the other week. So you've got, what is it? Nextra Energy sitting down 4.25%. You've got Tesla sitting down 3.7%.
Sidebar.
United, yeah.
These hurricanes, do they affect energy prices?
That would be more regionally. So I'd really have to see where Nexta is based, but you do have some in energy prices that'll be affected. So like you see when California has its rolling blackouts, they will buy energy from surrounding areas. It'll really just depend on if they're buying from different companies or if they're buying from their own sector or not as to how much the energy prices will be affected. So like say Florida decides that it's going to buy energy from Georgia because you have a section of Georgia that has been less affected, then if it's the same like region, you won't have to see the energy prices boosted as much because they're not moving the energy as far.
Hmm.
It really just it depends how far you're having to go to move that energy, because energy is cheap unless you're having to move it a long distance, and that's where those prices will get affected. So part of it probably has to do with the weather that we're seeing down in the southern area of the United States.
It's HARP. Anyway, next.
All right, to just drop a tinfoil hat and move on. We do have
I don't want to have to explain myself. What are you talking about? I'll just drop it and move on. Let's
Hey,
go.
you might get the channel banned if you dive too far into that. We do have ExxonMobil that is sitting up 0.43%. Eli Lilly is sitting up 1.27%. You do have the tech sector, which is getting hit really hard. Netflix is down 2.47%. You've got Adobe down almost 4%. Microsoft is sitting down 1.57. Google is down 2.44, and Meta is down 1.87. So overall, stock market looking very red from yesterday. We will kind of see what happens with market open when Piper does his the morning market report. We do have crypto sitting pretty neutral, which is, kind of what we would like to see before a move in either direction. We've got Bitcoin sitting up 0.44%. You've got Ethereum up 0.37. You've got BNB up 1.59. Solana is sitting pretty neutral at 0.05% up.
Hey, can you do something real quick?
Yeah.
Can you click that thing at the top that looks like the grid?
What?
The little symbol. Yeah. Oh. I just wanted to see that. Okay. It's all red.
It just kind of weighted it. This is more weighted as to your market cap.
So
it kind of So it's definitely a sea of red once you get outside the top 10, which is to be expected.
Yeah, because your top 10 is going to be more like your safety trades and all that.
It's like your top 7 and your the amazing 7 or
the magnificent 7.
Yeah. Everyone's got their own little different name for it, but like this is your safety in the crypto markets.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, look at that. It's up 0.5% now. So you do have Tron up 0.19. Toncoin's up the same, 0.19. Cardano up 0.17, which is absolutely nothing because Cardano's doing nothing. You've got Avalanche up 0.15 and Shiba Inu up 0.14. So
Fun fact:
pretty,
Cardano has more developer commits than any other project.
yeah, but it's not affecting the price at all. So it kind of will just depend on how much building can actually get done on Cardano. Because the big problem with building on Cardano is the fact that if you're building on Cardano, you basically can't build on anything else, which is why you saw some of their bigger projects like World Mobile Token move from building on Cardano and move their whole network to a different, I think it was Ethereum that they switched to. Because it's like if you want liquidity, you need to be where the liquidity is.
It was
And
hard to
for the
build
most
because
part,
of liquidity, not because of
it,
the language.
I mean, part of it is the language, but the language that they use, there's drag and drop building on. So that lowers the barrier to entry a
Yeah.
bit. It's not as hard to build on it as people think because of that drag and drop.
Hmm.
But why are you going to build something where there's no liquidity to be injected in from it? Most of the liquidity on Cardano is staked, and it's been staked
Mm.
for a long time, and it's not going to go anywhere because of that. If you look at A to Ace's channel, you can see a lot of what's able to be done on the Cardano network, but
Mhm.
that's why a lot of that is locked up. You
Mhm.
lock it up, you do your liquid staking, you take your liquidity tokens, and you do other things with it, and that Cardano
Yeah.
never moves.
Yeah.
So liquid staking has kind of poo-pooed on the network a bit. So,
Dang.
oh no.
It's sad.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit. Especially since I used to love Cardano a lot. It was my biggest mover last year or last cycle. You
Username says Cardano. Cardano. Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z
yep.
Z. He's
That's
snoozing.
that's basically how I feel about Cardano. If it shows me that I should buy back in, I will definitely buy back in cuz I like money, but right now there's other things that will make me more money.
Yeah, I mean
So,
it's like XRP. It's a late runner anyway. So
mhm,
like the
there's
last two
plenty of
cycles,
time.
it ran late. So it's like patience. Patience
Well,
pays people. Patience
the
pays people.
yeah, the big thing with XRP is the fact that XRP moves a lot of money around,
Hmm.
but it's not until there's a lot of money to move around that you end up seeing that price be affected.
Yeah.
So why buy it and hold it now when you can buy it and just get that 30% boost up when
Hmm.
you've already made 70, 80, 90,
Right.
maybe 10x on a project.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to take that 10x money and I'm going to move a portion of it to XRP and get an extra 30, 40% gains off of
Yeah.
it. So that's kind of why it's that late mover. Well, also the fact that it's like, oh, it's 60 cents. Buy.
Yeah. Exactly.
So for
What we
the
got on that economic calendar?
we've got balance of trade coming out in the morning. That is coming very soon at 7:30 my time, so 8:30 Eastern.
What is
You've
that?
got it you've got it for Canada and the US, and it deals a lot with imports and exports.
Hmm.
So, if you're seeing trading done between countries, there's got to be a balance of it somewhere cuz there's no importing if there's no exporting somewhere else. And that just kind of shows you the balance against other countries. Why they do it so frequently is it shows you, hey, well, for this month we imported more than we exported, or for that month we exported a little bit more than we normally do, and it kind of lets you gauge where to park your money in a TradFi market. Should I be more heavily invested in my country because we're exporting more, or should I be looking elsewhere because we're importing more? So, just something to keep in mind for the morning. This will be heavy data drops for tying into what Jerome Powell was talking about, where you want to see gross domestic income be a little more heavily weighted on your economic outlook of things. Are we importing more or exporting more? Are we paying more for those things or are we paying less for those things? And what kind of money is pulled in on the different sectors that we do export, which debt and energy. And those will be a big factor coming into Wednesday when we get our crude oil reports. So later in the day, we do have Fed Bostic speaking and Fed Collins speaking, and API crude oil stock change coming out at market close, which will be a little glimpse into what might happen in oil for tomorrow. So just something to keep in mind. I definitely made a little move on oil the other day. So it 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 kind of played out. I'm still holding it. I will see how well it plays out once we get the rest of that information for the week. We do have the stock market, fear and greed, sitting at 70. It moved absolutely none off of yesterday's dump. So, kind of nice to see that
Holding up.
yep, it is definitely holding up, which is something that crypto did not do. We're sitting at 49, just down a point.
Yeah, it's just a slight tick down. We're still bullish.
Yep,
I'm ready to
but
crush those dreams.
yeah, I was just gonna say, but it might not hold up like that going forward. I know shorter term there is some potential upsides, but if you look at more of the macro outlook, you can definitely see some scary berry moves coming. So
We're coming up. We're coming up at the top of the hour. So, do you want to go ahead and get into that article, or do you want to do that? Well, you can do the heat map real quick.
Yep, I will just pull the 24-hour up. We've got liquidity on both sides, which is kind of what I was saying on a short term. You might see a move up. 63,079, basically 63K. But if you zoom out
Wait.
to
63 on the move up.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wait, I'm crazy and haven't. Okay,
that's only 1,000.
I got to put my brain on real quick. No, I thought we were at 64, and I was just looking at a level that I have marked off instead of the actual price. But anyways.
Okay. All of the liquidity below us
Ooh.
is looking kind of heavy for a 3-day. You've got it starting at 61.8 and going all the way down to 61.3. So that's basically just a whole hot spot, which will definitely drag some of that price movement down. Let me pull up that article real quick. I don't know
Oh,
how heavily we can dive into it afterwards because I'll definitely have to head out. But you can give the people your thoughts on it because it's a big scary headline, but if they do what the rest of everyone does and sell OTC, it won't be as much of a price effector as everyone thinks it is. It's just that scary headline to move the market. So
and get you to click on videos.
yeah. Or if you're like me, to click buy.
Or get you to click buy. Yeah. Hey, before we get into that, I just want to shout out the chat real quick. Good morning, Kasim. Good morning, username. Good morning, Buck. Good morning, Moho. Baba Yaz. Username again. Hakeem, Kasim. Kyle Fields. Banana Republic 2039. DDT. Mr. Darren Does Things. Good morning. Good morning, Crypto Billy. BGT tonight. We got the Billy Goat Tales tonight. Let's see. Smart contract. Alexandra GGG. And that is it. All right. Good morning to all of our beautiful, wonderful friends.
Yes, good morning, and thank you for showing up today.
For once.
For the
No, I'm kidding.
yeah, for the scary title, 69,370 Bitcoin cleared to be sold. Well, it looks like it definitely is, because the Supreme Court clears the path for the U.S. to sell $4.4 billion in seized Silk Road Bitcoin. This has been going on for a little while now. They've been having this in the works, and I've just been waiting on this headline to finally make its appearance. The U.S. Supreme Court has declined to hear an appeal regarding the ownership of 69,370 Bitcoin seized from the infamous Silk Road marketplace. This decision paves the way for the U.S. government to move forward with selling the $4.4 billion worth of Bitcoin. The decision effectively upholds a 2022 ruling by the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California, which ordered the government to liquidate Bitcoin under existing laws. The case brought by Battleborn Investments argued that the company has acquired rights to the Bitcoin through a bankruptcy estate connected to the Silk Road. Battleborn claimed that the Bitcoin was stolen by an individual known as Individual X, who allegedly took the funds from Silk Road. However, the courts ruled against Battleborn, and with the Supreme Court declining to hear the appeal, the government is now free to auction off the Bitcoin. The U.S. Marshal Service is expected to handle the liquidation, while several formalities remain before the sale can proceed. This will likely result in one of the largest sales of seized Bitcoin in history, which the biggest so far has been Germany, and we definitely saw a lot of downside movements off that, even though most of what they sold off was done OTC. They did test the markets a little bit to see how well Bitcoin can hold up. And apparently, if you sell large amounts of Bitcoin, not OTC, it dumps the price. Surprise, surprise. So instead of losing, you're right, instead of losing the rest of their profits, they stopped their sell off and then did the rest of that OTC. So kind of gave a little preview of what's to come, because when they sold OTC, we still saw a lot of price move to the downside. So the US government has already moved significant portions of the seized Silk Road Bitcoin in recent months, likely in preparation for the sale. It is also possible that Coinbase Prime, which has the custody agreement with the US Marshal Service, has been holding the assets on the US government's behalf during this period, which kind of signals that it might be an OTC sale. This arises as the handling of seized Bitcoin has become a point of debate in the 2024 election. In July, former President Donald Trump, speaking at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, vowed to create a strategic Bitcoin stockpile and retain all of the government seized Bitcoin if he is reelected, which he definitely won't be able to do if they sell it all off.
Yeah.
And just use the money to fund the government.
I don't think. Hold on, let me bring myself up here. I don't think they'll sell it off prior to the election.
I mean, I think they would love nothing more than to just poo-poo all over his plans and sell it all off. But it is a long process when you are a government entity to go from sell to actually selling off. So there is plenty of time because, he doesn't actually get into office until next year. Yes, he's voted in November, blah, 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 but he doesn't take power until next year, which allows plenty of time for the current government to actually sell off and do something with that money. Because, rebuying back in at the highs of next year is not a good plan. And
Mm-mm.
he's a businessman. And if he does get elected, he would just buy back in at the bottoms. So, plenty of time to do something with the money and still get decent prices on Bitcoin. So, we'll kind of see how this all plays out.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It might be like a slow death. I don't know. Or they know, the powers that be, that Bitcoin's going to go up and they're just going to of the market. OTC
I mean,
style. Or maybe they do I mean, it doesn't, let me tell you this. It doesn't take a lot of Bitcoin to drop that price. Especially if you
no.
have a bunch of froth in the market, a bunch of liquidity. Or a bunch of leveraged liquidity, I should say, margin calls. So it doesn't take a lot to start a cascading effect, is what I'm getting at. So I would just, they can do OTC. They probably will do OTC. They probably won't sell it all off.
I would assume they're going to do OTC since Coinbase is holding it in their Prime, in their Amazon or their Coinbase Prime type thing. So I thought Amazon Prime because it is Prime Day and I was looking at buying some stuff this morning.
It's Prime Day. But I didn't know that.
Yeah. It is Amazon Prime Day, and I'm looking at getting my girl a smart speaker because she doesn't have one, and I kind of want to turn her home into a smart home the way that mine is.
So
just the
bullish,
yeah.
bullish juice says in all caps. If we are talking about the money hungry system, they will wait on price rise to sell.
Here's the thing. So if you want to pull up the my chart real quick, and if you go back here to 2013 when they seized the Bitcoin, and you just measure move to current price, they're only up like 168,000%. So it's free money.
Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah. Only up 168,000%. So it's always a good time to sell when you're up 168,000%.
Speaking of hundreds of thousands of dollars in percentages or dollars, we're gonna put an offer on a house. Woo woo.
Oh, all right. It could be a better time to buy now than when everything craps out. Like, yes, you'll see lower housing prices, but you'll also see the interest rates being astronomically ridiculous. So get in while you can fit in.
That's the way I'm thinking. I'm like,
if you can afford it and you can get a lower percentage and just wait on the market to kind of do its thing and then see a better interest rate in 10 years and refinance then, more power to you, because you can definitely use the negative equity in your home to invest and see more gains on top of also having security. So I hope that all goes well for you. You will
Me too.
definitely you
I'm
will
ready to get out of this house, man, and get and get an office space. Um, yeah, it'd be nice. Thank you,
well,
Buck. He said congratulations, winner.
yeah.
Well, it's a little early,
Yeah.
so it's really early, but we are going to put an offer on it. So, do you feel like you're reaching here, kind of with hopium of them dumping? No, it's not hopium. It's just something
No.
I've been saying for a month today. Is all.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we've definitely talked about some of the downside potential and just looking at higher time frame charts. And we've been waiting on a big article because it was always going to come down to a bigger article. You saw the Germany sell off before they even sold off anything. So, yes, they did originally sell off not over the counter, which does affect price. But even when they sold off the rest of their billions of dollars, it OTC, you saw dumpage. It
mhm,
was heavy dumpage. And that's
heavy.
where, yeah, they sold off at tops though. So like they sold off at 72 and they sold off at 69, but you saw that heavy
Nice.
dumpage afterwards and everyone's scared. Yeah.
Sorry,
But
that's
like
just heavy dumps.
yeah, that's why we saw 48 or 49. That's why we saw that from 69,000. So, just something to keep in mind. Like,
Awesome.
yes, it's a scary headline and it might not actually like move the markets from them selling, but the sentiment of them selling is enough to dump the markets.
There we go. That's the one. That's the one. How you looking?
I still haven't heard anything, so I
Uh
don't know
oh.
if you hopefully he's showing up.
Well, I'm gonna be getting into some heavy TA, so
Go ahead and do it.
all right.
I just asked him if he's here.
Are you here? Are you watching me right now?
Well, he knows about the show, so maybe he's sitting in his car watching the show.
Hey, he's waiting on you, dude. All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and get over. Let's see. All right, so taking a look at Bitcoin, we are sitting at $62,448. Is this where we started yesterday? I think so, somewhere close to it. But yeah, so yesterday I was talking about how we have this channel moving to the upside, this ascending channel, and I was waiting to see if it would break up or break down. Got a little fake out at the golden pocket, broke down, and now we are sitting on top of the dynamic reactor. This is on the 4-hour. On top of the dynamic reactor, getting a little bit of resistance from what was once support and resistance as well. But just kind of looked at this zooming out and I saw, oh, this is kind of looking a little bit head and shoulders-y in here, which I don't typically, I don't typically like the right shoulder to be higher than the left shoulder, but I mean, they can still play out. Wait, I can't tell if BC, I won't be able to tell, hey, he's on the phone. I won't be able to tell if he's ready to go or not. So because I can't hear him unless I'm on his screen. But anyway, so we take we go from the head down to the neckline for a measured move on these head and shoulders. If we go from wherever price breaks down from, so wherever that would be like this. So that would get us down to this lower level. Possibly as a measured target down here, which there is a nice little block of orders here. So would not be surprised to see us get down to that 54,000 level. 54,000. We also still have this move right here, which I actually took from, hold on, He said he'll be here in a few minutes. Okay. So, and do this. There we go. I want to take this last push up and then the push down. I don't want to take the whole thing. So, from where we broke down out of, that would get us down to $57,161. Now, if I take the whole thing, this is the more aggressive move, which could be a downside target. This would be, so on the first one is like something I would take a short on, and then it would be like a scalp short. I would take profits at that first level, and then I would let the rest try and ride right here to the lower target, which is about 56,600. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at short term. Just going to see if this continues to break down. This isn't looking good on the short term. Like, we can see how we came up, we found some resistance, pushed up to the golden pocket, and then fell back down below this level that we were trying to turn into support that is now resistance. So and we are also on the 1 hour below the dynamic reactor, so chart prime dynamic reactor, and all of the oscillator levels except for the money flow are below the zero line or are red, but the money flow is still in the green a little bit, so we're getting a little bit of bullish hopium. So we'll see. Let me go ahead and back out real quick. Let me get BC on here real quick. Whoop, wrong one. Are you good?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. I'm just making sure you didn't. I want you to be able to say bye. So just message me if I'm still going and you need to say bye.
Okay.
Right.
I most definitely will.
Okay. All right.
Yes, because it's extra juicy in there.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Extra juicy in the chat. What's it saying? You're expecting 39 to 45K without any evidence backing it, though. LOL. While the market keeps pumping into statistically proven bullish months. 30. What? Hold on. 39 to 45K without. Okay. Anyways, let me let's zoom out a real quick. Let's put up the forecast. And let's zoom out real quick. So 1 month ago today, I created this forecast. Okay. What was my evidence that this was going to get up to here? What was my evidence that this pullback was going to happen? What was my evidence that this retrace was going to happen? Market structure, looking at charts every single day for 3.5 years. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just know that I look at the charts and I see the levels and I try to think what would be max pain for the market. What would get the market most caught off guard? So, and all different other kind of factors like liquidity and leverage in the market, your open interest in the market, your levels where just levels where there's lots of liquidity. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just like this is a range. I thought that we would deviate above the range and that we'll deviate below the range. My thinking on it pushing lower, what would get it down there is fear, panic selling. If the market is to come down to here, we come back down and we sweep this low, like I think we're going to do at minimum, then move up. I mean, that's a possibility. But if we get some panic selling going on, then we can get down to the lower targets. So it's my point mostly in sharing these targets, these low side targets, is to prepare you in case they do happen. I mean, I do think they're going to happen, but you should also consider them, because if they do happen, one, you need to be able to take advantage of the situation, but two, you need to psychologically not freak out if it does happen. So I'm just trying to help people be the best prepared that they can be for any situation that is possible. And this situation, in this circumstance, is this playing out is very possible. Going to 32K is possible because these are markets. They're irrational. Anything can happen. So we try to play probabilities. Probabilities, to me, show that we have one more sweep of the lows. Probabilistically, the second most likely thing to happen is that we just sweep this low right here. Probabilistically, the third thing, most likely thing that I can see happening is we start to build a third base here, and then we move up, creating a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders. So I've got many ways to look at the charts, but until this isn't validated, I'm not changing it. So yeah, so Bitcoin is looking pretty good if you're a bear. BC, you got anything to add?
Just that my ride is here.
Oh, perfect timing.
Oh yeah. If you want to read my message in the chats after I end up heading out, it will definitely give my thoughts on this whole little scenario. I also gave my little spiel with the whole Germany sell-off. So I don't know how much more I can beat the dead horse. I just think people love hearing it though. So
What's that?
That the downside is coming. And they just like to poke the bears.
I'm not the thing is though, what's funny about it is that I'm not a bear. I am a perma bull.
Yeah,
like I'm permanently bullish long term. But this is short term, and we can get through it, and we can still triple that price from down there. So
oh yeah, and here's the thing: is I can make money going on the way down and use that to just buy in and make more money. So
right,
yep. Price go up, price go down. I don't care. I make money no matter what.
Either way.
But I hope everyone has a great day. I've got to head out and go to work and mine this fiat so I can buy more crypto.
Excellent. Well, I hope you have an amazing Tuesday, and we will see you in the charts, good sir.
All right.
Charts, chats. We'll see you in the chat.
Charts and chats. Yeah. Everyone have a great day. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning.
Later, BC.
Later.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out which one of these I need to click on. There we go. All right. He said in the chat, time in the market is greater than hopium. 3 cycles does not a trend make. You have to see things play out in the current contracting economy. I'm still bullish long term, but breakouts come after pumps. At Buck, I'm still of the view we get a Blackbird event soon for the quick swipe down. So yeah, it's not that I'm overly like super bearish or anything, but you know, it's just I'm being patient with price. I don't like being stuck in a range, and I will nibble. I will buy if we at different levels. Like I'm not gonna not buy because we're not all the way down here. I'm still going to DCA on the way down, right? Like you should. I don't know. So let's see, how much time do I have? I don't have a lot of time. I probably should have just ended the show when he left, to be honest, but it'll be okay. I'm gonna go over just some Elliott wave stuff real quick if I can find it. I don't think, is it this one? Yeah, Bitstamp. All right, let's zoom way out, because if you want to know what I am looking at on a macro scale, it's going to be something very close to this. All right, so that little dip is very, very small in the grand scheme of things. Sometimes you just gotta zoom out, and this is essentially, this is what I'm looking at. This has been my macro forecast for quite some time now. So it's not that. So to me, it's like it's not even, we're not even going that low, because we're not. I mean, even if we came down here, it does nothing for my macro outlook. So, and this is kind of what I'm looking at for my macro outlook. Now, this is just a rough bear market that I have drawn up that I think will be the longest bear market we've ever had to deal with. But things could get, I mean, this is way out to the future. Trying to predict this much of future is kind of crazy, but but I did it. No. We'll have to see when we get here, but or when we get a little further along. But yeah, I mean, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at complete, absolute vertical price action going into probably Q1 of next year. But I would like to see that dip down here to the dynamic reactor for a quick dip to that 45K level, based on that being last year's high, the 2023 high, and us breaking out from that and not having retested it again. So that's my main thesis. $46,117 per the Bitstamp chart. And also the 786 of this fib that I have drawn up, which I don't even know. This is, I shouldn't, that's completely not what I oh, okay. I drew from the low to the high. Okay. That was for me to draw this out. Take this. Really? There we go, right there. So yeah, 50%. That would, oh, look at that. We also have it would also be a 50% retracement of this whole move right here, or this move up. We can see a nice 50% retracement to that right there, right to that level. So I mean, it is not out of the question. There are several reasons why I have that level, and there are several reasons that we can get there. So, but yeah, it is time for me to go. So I hope you all have enjoyed the show today. This morning it was really fun. Soon I will be likely doing my own evening show, Markets After Dark, coming on really late, like an hour after Crypto Nightcap. We'll be doing 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's 11 to 12 on the East Coast. So my West Coast people, I will need you here on Piper Academy to supporting me. Be my friend, please. No. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. So soon. I mean, I'm gonna miss the fun times and the banter with BC Port Corp. But I still have a little more time with him. But just when it comes to like family and schedule and stuff like that, I had to change things up a little bit so I could get some more wife time. So thank you guys for joining. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical day. Don't forget to go and watch Piper, the morning market report at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then the Crypto Nightcap at 8:30 Eastern, and then PM, and then I think actually it's Tuesday, so we might have Piper and FD White doing an afternoon TA session on the channel. So I think that's around like 2 p.m. maybe 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have don't forget to check out Chart Prime, 45% off your first month. Link in the description. Also go to check out Blowfin, and yeah, and I'm trying to remember everything. Billy Goat Tales tonight. Go on Spaces. Go to X and type in Billy Goat Tales at Billy Goat Tales and follow him. And make sure you check out the space tonight. I'm not sure what it's about, but every week is a great time, so it doesn't really matter. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you all. Hope you all have an amazing, wonderful, beautiful, radical day. Ride the waves. And good morning. It's gonna be a good day. Peace out.